Welcome to this short talk about noise in photos and what you can do to reduce it. There are three types of noise in photographs. The first is thermal noise, also called hot pixels, and these can appear as a result of the camera sensor heating up during long exposures or when the camera is left too long in the sun. The second is called colour noise, also called chroma noise. These are random coloured specks that appear all over the image. This noise is as a result of shooting at too high an ISO value. The third is luminance noise. This type of noise randomly affects the brightness of the pixels and hence appears as contrasty specks, which could be dark grains in brighter areas of the image and/or bright specks in darker areas. Noise looks like irregular spots of graininess or speckles in an image, often noticeable across a large uniform area such as a sky. When you take your photo, the image is superimposed onto this noise. There is a really good analogy for noise in photographs, and that is music. Imagine settling down for a quiet evening to listen to your favourite piece of music, and then there's all those background distractions. Traffic rumbling past, kids screaming. Not to mention hiss, pops and crackles in the background. These are really frustrating and annoying. When setting up your camera, set it for the lowest possible value of ISO. This will let in less light per shot, but also will produce the least noise. Next, use the widest or smallest value of lens aperture, where possible and where your photograph allows. Also, use the lowest possible shutter speed for the conditions in which you are photographing and for the type of photograph that you are taking. In doing these things, always ensure the correct or enough light is actually entering into the camera to produce the quality of image that you require. You can also add more light to the image that you're photographing by doing things such as adding a flash gun. All of these things are essentially adding more light to the image or more light into the camera to compensate for using the lowest possible ISO value, which of course lets in less light. If you have this facility in your camera, set it so that the noise reduction feature is on. That means your camera's software will also try to reduce the levels of noise in your photograph. But beware. If you're doing astrophotography and photographing the stars, then your camera's noise reduction system could recognise the stars as noise and actually remove them from your image. So use this one with care. Lastly, and this is really often overlooked, take precautions to keep your camera and sensor cool. Just remember what your car dashboard feels like when it's been sitting in the sun. And if your camera gets hot, your sensor gets hot, and if your sensor gets hot, you will get additional noise. There will of course be occasions when all of these things put together are just not quite enough, and you still end up with some noise in your image. And if that happens, there's some good software out there. Just edit it out.